What's good, YouTube? Nate with Mass Collector here. I'm submitting an order submission to PSA. So I'm going to send out 11 LeBron 2004 Fleer Tradition Award winner cards that you see. I picked up over 20 of these a few months ago. I got them for about $5 or less a piece. And most of them I actually got off of Amazon. When LeBron cards started to get really hot, especially his rookie cards, I just started targeting all of his second year cards that I could get my hands on as quickly as possible. It didn't take long to either buy up what was available, or the prices just started to really shoot up very quickly after that. So I got a bunch of these. I also have some of his Skybox USA 2004 cards as well, and that'll be my next submission. I'll put out probably in a couple weeks. So I'm gonna try to do just, even though it's $20 a card, economy submissions for PSA, you get them back a lot quicker than you would a bulk order. So I'm willing just to take the gamble. I'm only gonna send cards I know are gonna be either a 9 or a 10 for sure. So I'm really inspecting these really well. Lights, I got the grading tool here to make sure it's centered well enough for PSA to maximize my investment on this for the grading cost. I'm going with PSA because my SGC submissions I got back with all my Michael Jordan cards, I didn't get shit for sales on those. I mean, we're talking $15 a card for the Jordan Fleer metals I did, 9s and 9.5s. I was selling them basically at a loss because it cost $10 to get them graded, plus you got a couple bucks shipping for each card. It just was not what I expected. And of course, it's just we missed the boat, for the last dance. I tried to get them back by then, but it just didn't happen. I'm just really disappointed in that whole process. And I mean, even if you look up comparable prices from PSA sales versus SGC, it's not even close on some of these cards. I know a lot of people are checking comps on the big ones like Jordan rookie cards and shit like that, but at the end of the day, when you're looking at just a regular, common basically Jordan card, a PSA 10 is gonna outsell a SGC 9.5 or SGC 10 all day long. So if you can get SGC 9s and 9.5s and 10s at a good price, get them, crack them open, send them to PSA, and triple your investment. So my rant is over on that. So what I'm doing here, my order's already submitted to PSA. I got the paperwork ready. So now I'm just finding 11 of these that are as perfect a grade as I think they can be. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm checking the centering with the centering tool for the Grademaster Card Centering Tool that you can get. And they're on eBay, and you can see his email address here as well if you wanted to get a hold of him. I am not sponsored or being paid to promote his products whatsoever. I use this tool because it works and it's easy to use and it's fast. So right now, when I look around the borders, I'm basically at a 3 all the way around. And that means it's basically perfectly centered. So I'll kind of zoom in here for you guys. So basically you just line it up, use the corners as best as you can, try to make it evenly spaced or on the edge as close as you can. And then you just look at the first comparable line that you can use for check the centering. So for me, I'm looking at the red border around the inside of the card there. So if you check it over on the left and the right, it's right on the number 3 line, the solid number 3 line. And on top and bottom, it's right on the top, it's right at the 3 line, and on the bottom, it's basically right between a 3 and a 4 dotted line, which is close enough for PSA grading standards to make a PSA 10. So this should definitely make a 10 grade based on the centering. So as you can see on the centering percentages picture that's up on the left, whatever lines you're looking at that you're using as your base to find the centering. So right now mine is like a 3 and 3. That's perfect centering. You'll see it in bold. That's what I'm shooting for. If it's a 3 and a 2, that works as well. If it's a 4 and a 3, that works. So everything in bold fits PSA 10 standards, which is 60/40 or better. Now if you were looking at your card through the centering tool and you had a 3 on one side and a 5 on the other, and it was lining up on the number 5, you would be outside of that PSA 10 grading standards, and it'd probably end up being a 9 if like everything else on the card was perfect. But centering is probably the most important grading aspect of a card, so please keep that in mind when putting in your submissions. If you're hoping to get a 10, this has to hit. I'm not going to check the back because PSA does not grade the backs as hard as like SGC would. So now I'm just going to take it out of the sleeve and kind of use the light that I have set up. So I'm going to use the light here. You can kind of see the glare there, right? So I'm just using that to see if there's any imperfections on the surface at all, like any types of smudges or fingerprints or any dents. I found a few dents on some other cards I've been looking at, but this one here looks pretty well. So I think there's something right here, right on where the award he's holding is. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little tiny dent right there. I don't know if you can see it in that light or not, but there's definitely something there that'll definitely affect the grading on the surface. So this one here, I'm just going to put back in the sleeve. Everything else looks pretty good. All the corners, edges, everything looks great, but except for that one little spot. So what I've been doing now is, after checking these thoroughly, I'm taking one of these little post-it notes and I'm just going to put an arrow on it and just put dent, and then I'm going to stick it on the sleeve right where that dent is at, and I'm going to put it in a card saver because it might hit a 9 grade. So I put 9 grades in backwards when I'm putting them in these card savers, just to kind of flag me for what I think is a 9 versus a 10 and things like that. So put it in backwards in the card saver. So right there, when this comes up, I know exactly what's wrong with it. So this one here had a dent. I've looked at some other ones. There's a little surface issue on this one here, up on the corner. You can kind of see it there, a little dirt or something that just won't come off. And there's also a dent at the bottom. And this one here has got the dent we just looked at. This one here has a dent right in the surface, right above the arrow there. It's very, very minute. I mean, it's hard to see it, but it's there. And then this one here, the edge, the corner is a little pushed up a little bit, so I didn't think that that was going to make it. I mean, it's a little tiny corner, just a little bit that's pushed up a little bit, so I'm not going to submit that one. So far I have 4 that I think would probably get 9s, and then I also have these 4 that I think are going to make 10s. So I just need to find 7 more that I think are going to make 10s. Hopefully I do. If not, I'll just submit like one of these, maybe this one here with that corner, or this one, you know, depends. Whatever one has the less defects on it that's noticeable. But I have quite a few left to check yet, so we'll just go with the next one here. I'll just do a couple more just to kind of give you the idea. But so we'll just do one more so I'll make this video too long. So I'll put this on here and see how we do on the centering part. Again, just make sure you kind of get that edge like right dead center in that thick corner line. So I got 3 on the right, 3 on the left, 3 on top, and between 3 and 4 on the bottom, which is going to be close enough. Kind of zoom in here again if you can see it. There, so that's good, and then we'll take it out and inspect it to see how the surface looks. And this one's got a dent right on the, looks like there's something right below his chin here. And there's also a little pin dent right there. You see it? And that black border line. So this one's got a couple spots on it. I don't think it's gonna make a 10 for sure. Will it make a 9? I don't think so. I'm not going to risk it. So I'll just put down what's wrong with it on here, and I might just throw this one in a top loader and not waste a card saver on it. So we got dent, hole, and then over here is like surface. I'll just put issue. So that's that. Oops, the surface thing is actually probably going to be more like that. I'll just put him to the side for now. Let's see if we can get one more good one for the video. And I just basically eyeballed these to begin with and kind of separated them into a good pile and a bad pile, thinking that the centering was good enough. So it looks like my eye test did pretty good. Pretty much lined up all the way around on that one, except for the bottom again, just a little bit off, but close enough. And a little thing of dirt there, something maybe that'll wipe off. Another surface area issue there. Yeah, I don't know if this one's gonna make a 10. Everything else looks really good. It's just a couple little spots on this one that just make me nervous. That's coming off a little bit. So I think I can get that off, at least to a point where it's not very noticeable at all. Might pass. And then it had the something's right there. Definitely something with the card. So this one's definitely not perfect, so we'll just put surface. And we'll put it right there. Put that to the side. So kind of gives you an idea what's going on, what I'm looking for. I'll definitely will post the results when I get them back from PSA, which probably will take about a month or two, I'm guessing, with their backlog. And then we'll see how I did as far as how I think I am for a grader. But some of these cards look really, really good. I don't think it's going to be an issue getting back some 10s on this, and hopefully I get them back right about the time LeBron's lifting up the championship trophy, which they probably will now that the Bucks are eliminated. Just gotta worry about the Clippers for the most part, I'm thinking. So yeah, it'd be cool to get these back and sell them for $300-400 a pop. That's kind of the plan. So appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe if you have not. That would be very much appreciative. Like the video if you enjoyed the content here, and hit the bell to be notified for any future content, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.